Hey everyone, welcome back to Ragtag Stacking. In today's video I want to talk a little bit about the report that came out today talking about November's CPI and just how much inflation has still been increasing, and it went up more than expected in the month of November. So we are getting to the end of the year, and I'm assuming obviously at the end of December there's going to be a report like this. So we can all see that 2021 was definitely not the best year for, as they've been coined now, team transitory. So we'll see what happens in 2022. Because, as I said, I'm no expert on it, but everything seems to be pointing towards this continuing on into 2022 at least. So hopefully it's not going to be at the rate that we're seeing now. Obviously, like I just said, November was already above what they expected. So, a couple more months of that being the case, then it's just going to be, even worse. So again, I don't give predictions because I don't know, but just judging by this past year, the trend seems like we're going to be continuing this into 2022. But anyways, I found this article that has some pretty interesting charts and breaks down some of the report that had come out this morning, talking about the 6.8% rise, which was at a pace that we have not seen in about 40 years. So yeah, I'm just going to jump onto the computer now and go to this article. Okay, so this is the article here. It's from zerohedge.com. And then going down here, the title says, "Prices climb at fastest pace since 1982, but it could have been worse." And this article is by Tyler Durden of Project Mayhem fame. I'm assuming he's using the character name from Fight Club, but it would be pretty cool if his name actually was Tyler Durden. But here it says, having surged faster than expected in 7 of the last 8 months, all eyes are on this morning's consumer price index. All eyes are on this morning's consumer price index, as this is the last big release ahead of next Wednesday's Federal Reserve decision, when Deutsche Bank economists are expecting they'll double the pace of tapering. And then a little bit more, it says, Chair Powell himself reinforced those expectations in recent testimony, stopping just shy of unilaterally announcing the faster tapering. So I like this article because it did have a lot of good visuals here with some charts and getting right down into the first one. And it says, sure enough, CPI rose 6.8% year over year, fastest rate of increase since 1982. It's got that little chart down there. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see better the years and the line. It's a little bit blurry compared to the rest of the article, and I do apologize for some previous videos I've had. For some reason, sometimes I'm showing an article, it shows up blurry on like laptops and computers, but it's not. There's not really a problem on mobile. So I do apologize for those recent issues. This graph kind of reminded me of that. And then here's another one. It says core CPI, stripping out everything you spend money on every day, rose at 4.9% year over year, its highest level since 1991. So that is on a 30-year high, or that's at a 30-year high here. As you can see, they have the percentage at the right, and then at the bottom here is the years. All right, and then continuing on, it says another blow for team transitory. Says the drivers of inflation were increasingly broad-based rather than just a few categories affected by the pandemic. Both goods and services costs rose, as did food and energy prices. So blue here is services. I think that's saying excluding food and energy. And then the orange is goods, and I think that's saying excluding food and energy. And then yellow is food and green is energy. So that is the list of the percentages that those particular ones have gone up. And again, it all totaled to that 6.8% year over year. This chart here, it says table A, percent changes in CPI for all urban consumers, CPIU, US city average. You can pause it here if you'd like to look at the overview here. I'm not going to go over all of the. It's laid out here in this chart. So there are more charts. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I will leave a link in the description if you want to go through the rest of them, because there is more to this article. But I primarily went over the main part of what I wanted to, which was that 6.8 inflation increase and the charts that were directly relevant to that. So this one is shelter rent inflation here, and then going down there's a vehicle index that says continue to rise in November. So down here, this is a CPI for used cars and trucks. Yeah, not too sure what UST TY yield is, but there's the chart of that. So I don't really have anything to add to that. As I said, I'm not exactly sure what that is. So yes, that's what I wanted to talk about here. Like I said, I will leave a link in the description because there is a lot more to this article. But basically all the points in the charts that I want to touch on that was directly regarding the 40-year high of that the CPI there, I was able to touch on. But again, if you would like to read through the entire article yourself, then that link is in the description. So there you go. There you have it. That is the article there. And it's really no surprise. And the funny thing, I was thinking about making a video about this yesterday because there was already articles talking about it. But every time I read something, they were saying that tomorrow they're going to announce that there was a 6.8% increase. So I kept reading. I'm like, well, I'd rather wait until everything official comes out tomorrow to make a video about it, because now, as you can see, there was a lot more charts, and people were able to see the announcement and see the conference and what was going on, and they were able to prepare visuals like the charts that you saw here. And I waited that extra day figuring that there were going to be more people making articles talking about this topic, and there was no shortage of it. And I said I picked this one because there was some good visuals and charts there. But let me know what you guys think. Like I said in the beginning, that little intro there, that the trend seems to be that we're still going to be heading into a high inflation year in 2022. But let me know what you think. If you are more on the optimistic side and you think that that team transitory isn't dead yet, and you think that we're just around the corner of coming out of this, I'd like to hear from you. But I do know from the majority of comments and interactions I've had in the comments from people that I do know that a lot of people have been dunking on team transitory recently, because even Jerome Powell has come out basically saying that transitory is no longer a word that should be associated with what's been going on with the inflation that we have been seeing this year. But anyways, like I said, I just thought that was a pretty interesting article, and I've yammered on long enough today. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come back for the next one. Thank you.